Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Lessons for Life from Swami Jagadatmananji's inspiring book, Learn to Live, Volume 2, Chapter 4, As We Sow, So We Reap. Edgar Cayce, with the help of his amazing powers, could accurately describe the past births, the past lives of people. This is narrated in this episode, The Seer of Lives. The Seer of Past Lives. Arthur Lammers, a well-to-do printer from Dayton, Ohio, was one of those who tried to study all the news that had spread about Cayce. He was interested in various subjects like philosophy, astrology, hypnotism, etc. He came to Selma, where Cayce had settled, studied carefully the cases where he gave his statements in the state of hypnotic sleep, and found Cayce to be an upright and honest person. Lammers had no personal problems relating to health, and did not seek Cayce's help for this. Lammers was interested. He was instead more interested in questions like, what is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of happiness and sorrow? What was the cause of the differences in the destiny of different people? What is the destiny of man after death? Whether death meant vanishing into oblivion, or was there any truth in the doctrine of immortality? Or was it a figment of imagination to reinforce man's latent desire to be immortal? He wanted to know whether Cayce's supersensory powers could provide answers to such queries. In October 1923, Lammers invited Cayce and the members of his family to his village. He requested Cayce to give details in his hypnotic state about his horoscope. Cayce would accept good suggestions and give appropriate answers. He first described Lammers' horoscope and then said, "You were once an ascetic, a tapasvi, a holy man." Lammers was excited to hear the statement, which came without any reference to the question of past lives. Lammers had only asked him about his horoscope. What came from the hypnotic mind of Cayce was related to the doctrine of reincarnation. If it was proved true, the perspective of philosophy, religion, and psychology would have to change drastically. Lammers decided to probe further. Cayce reluctantly agreed. Cayce's wife, the two children, Gladys Davis, the stenographer, who had almost become a member of the family, each of them asked about their past births. About one of his sons, Cayce said, "You have spent 4 past lives as a research scientist, but you are now becoming worldly and selfish." About the other son, he said, "You are highly irritable. Your behavior deserves condemnation. You had to suffer in the past for this, both in Egypt and in England. At least from now on, learn to control yourself." Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.